Hello, and how are we today? I have my apron on today. I think it might actually be back to front on this video, but I put it on today for my brother-in-law Simon Harrison because we decided we were going to have a tomato soup off. Well, we didn't actually, I started it. Anyway, this is my apron for you, brother-in-law Simon. I taught Nigel everything she knows. Elaine Luck, the cooking queen, says it there. Thank you, my lovely Melanie, who got me this a couple of years ago. I love it. So, I want to have a chat with you today about bone broth, veggie bone broth. No, that's stupid, isn't it? Veggie broth, and also I'm going to show you super quickly how to make a curried parsnip soup that has got loads of good stuff in. So, it's part chat, part cooking today, okay? And we're doing this now while there's nobody in the house. The husband and daughter are out. I'm supposed to be taking the dogs for a walk. I thought, no, I'm going to do this now before they're back and they're all noisy, chat and stamping around. So, bone broth. Actually, hang on, I need to get something to show you. Frozen bone broth. What is bone broth and what is veggie broth? Well, basically it is good stuff that we can make into a stock really simply, and it's really, really good for our digestive system. That's it, basically. If you're having bone broth with chicken bones or meat bones, then it's good for getting collagen in. Collagen doesn't go straight into your skin or whatever, but it does go into your system and it helps kickstart the natural collagen process. And as we get older, that decreases, I'm afraid to say. Collagen's another thing we're going to talk about another day. But it does decrease with age, with smoking, with drinking, with crappy food, blah, blah, blah. So, bone broth is really good for getting that digestive system nice and healthy. And if our digestive system isn't healthy, to be honest, nothing else is. Okay, so everything that goes in here goes through your digestive system, and it decides what vitamins and minerals it's keeping, what good fats go to your brain, what bad stuff goes out the other way, blah, blah, blah. It is imperative that we get our digestive system as healthy as possible, and we do that through eating the best foods we can. You might take a probiotic and a prebiotic feeds a probiotic. But we're talking today about getting in with good foods. Having broth available to you. Yes, you can go and buy it, absolutely, but it is going to be processed in some way unless you go to like a really nice butcher or a really nice deli or something. And it is so simple to make. So I'm sorry if there's vegetarians here, but I am going to talk about both bone broth and veggie broth. Bone broth first. The easiest way to do it, that you can Google it. I mean, I think actually I've got another video on YouTube that talks about it. But the easiest thing to do, and I did it the other day, was buy a chicken, roast your chicken as you normally would. If you can get organic, go organic. It's going to give you the best stuff and the least amount of chemicals. Roast your chicken as you would. Eat the chicken as you would with your family or you or whatever, however you eat your chicken. And with the carcass, now my daughter's a vegetarian, so she detests when I do this. So I do understand, okay? Get it in a big pot. Any pot will do. I've got an oval one and I've got this one. Get it in a pot, and I'm just going to show you. This was what I made out the other day. So this is it after it's been good. There's no carcass in here, by the way. Sorry, vegetarians, there's no carcass. So basically, in your big pot, put your carcass, put in an onion, and you don't have to, take ages chopping it. Just chuck it in. In here, I've got a leek, I've got an onion, I've got a couple of carrots, I've got some celery. I also put in turmeric because turmeric is, sorry, the dogs are barking outside. Turmeric is brilliant anti-inflammatory. I put turmeric in everything. Put that in. Literally, I didn't even skin the carrots. Just chuck it in, fill it up. So cover the carcass with water. I put in those bits of salt and pepper, and get it on your cooker. Bring it up to the boil, and then take it back down to simmer for about 3 to 4 hours. Okay, the longer you keep it, the more good stuff's coming out. Now, if you're making just veggie broth, get all your veggies in, put obviously more in, get whatever you've got. I like to use WTF, what's in the fridge, not what you were about to think of there. No naughty language. Mind you, I do use that as well sometimes. But get the stuff in. So things that if you've got organic onions, don't even take the skin off. Get the skin in because you've actually got good stuff in there. If you're using non-organic, I would take the skin off just because you don't want those pesticides in there. If you're using organic stuff, just whack it all in, do the same thing, cover it with water, get your turmeric in, your salt, your pepper, and do exactly the same. I go between having, this is chicken stock broth and veggie broth, so I go between both. And I keep these in the freezer, so I use some for soup, I'm going to come back to this for a minute, but once it's cooked, I drain it and I put some of my liquid and I get it in the freezer, and this you can drink just like tea. I mean, remember chicken bovril? I can remember having chicken bovril when I was a kid. That's all this is really, except it's not processed. This is the real McCoy. Love that saying, real McCoy. So you can just drink that. If you've, and this came to my mind because I was talking to somebody recently whose husband had just been in for an operation. If you've been in hospital or you've had an operation or you've been poorly, if you've had lots of antibiotics, God, I'm in a bit of a blur today, haven't I? If you've had lots of antibiotics, this is what you need, trust me. Some of you know, 18 months ago I was in hospital for pneumonia, coma, blah, blah, blah. No sympathy, no. A friend said the other day, pity potty. No pity potty. I just didn't look after myself properly. Don't do it. Anyway, I came out, I had so many drugs pumped into me that I needed, or else I would not be standing here now in my apron. I had so many drugs pumped into me that my digestive system was just shot to pieces, okay? So when I came out, I couldn't even lift a knife. I was that weak and pathetic, I couldn't even lift that. I sat here on the other side of this counter and I told my husband how to make bone broth because I knew that was going to be the best thing to get in, to start to heal and just kind of mother my digestive system, to start to get out all the stuff, all, you know, break down all those meds that I absolutely did need, but it needed to go now. Okay, so if you've not been well, get your bone broth in or get your veggie broth in. So that can be just drunk. Some people think it's really disgusting. I quite like it. So it just reminds me of chicken bovril. That can just be drunk, or if you're making soups, your stock is ready there. If you're making, I use it to make bolognese, put a little bit in. It's always useful. It's there and it lasts in the freezer for ages and ages and ages. Okay, that's the frozen one. So, when I'm done with my veggies or my chicken broth and I've drained it, this is what's left over. So I keep the veggies because, let's face it, they've got lots of good stuff still in there too. Why throw it away? What? There's no reason to throw it away. So I keep the veggies and I put some stock in there. I think I'm probably going to need a little bit more. Now, for the bone broth, oh, ginger. Sorry, I've just spotted a bit. I put fresh ginger in mine as well. Can you see that? Another light's a bit funny in here. I put fresh ginger in mine. Ginger, brilliant anti-inflammatory. Go for it. So, if you've made a bone broth, there might be a few pieces of chicken. Okay, now without the bone, these are great to keep in because you're getting added protein and you're obviously whizzing it up and it makes it a bit creamier. Okay, so when I have this, I then just turn it into soup. There's no point in wasting that vegetables. So I could literally just whiz it up like that. I could add some lentils to it and cook it up. I could add some more onion and some garlic and some tins of tomato or some passata or real tomatoes. Make it into a tomato soup, tomato and pepper soup. Uncle Simon, that's the one for you. Or, you know, you can do anything with it, but keep it, don't throw it away. So today, I'm keeping that and I'm making curried parsnip soup, one that my mum used to make all the time. And as usual, I haven't got a recipe. Do apologise about that. I'm flying with the seat in my pants, and I've got big pants. Sorry, that was really bad. So what have I done? Right, my daughter and I went out shopping. I came back. Now I like to give you the little hints and tips as well because we've got so much in our lives, all right? There's so much going on in our lives. I like to show you how that there's certain ways to make things a little bit easier. So this has been in the fridge. I came back, my daughter and hubby are out. I came back, I had to put all the shopping away, but before I put the shopping away, I took out the bag of parsnips. Look at the picture now. There you go. See the picture? Haven't I clever? Haven't I cute? So before the shopping was away, I got the parsnips out, I put them in a tray, I put a little bit of olive oil. You could put coconut oil, but I couldn't be faffed getting out. And I put these in the oven. I then emptied my shopping, I then went and straightened my hair because it needed it. And when I came back down, it was ready. It was ready, so I wasn't multitasking, I was just doing the bits I needed without any stress. So, here's what we have. We have my roast parsnips, we've got the leftover veggie stuff, I've also got a leftover half tin of coconut milk from the other day. What did I use the other half for? I don't know, I used the other half for something. Always try and use up what you've got. Himalayan salt, pepper, smoked paprika because I put it in everything, turmeric because I put it in everything, and some curry powder. I'm literally going to put these in my NutriBullet. I know not everybody has a NutriBullet. Get one for your birthday or your Christmas or whatever. They are amazing. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to leave those two for hubby because he likes his roast parsnips. Has the colour suddenly gone funny? It's gone a bit dark or something, hasn't it? Anyway, right, so that is now going to go. La la la. So they've been cooked, they were cooking for half an hour, 40 minutes at about 200. This, literally, I took out the fridge. I'm going to need some more stock. Hang on, let's see what I can squeeze in. Okay. Let's put coconut milk in. Let's put in salt and pepper. So I know there's no set ingredients. Just go for it, just try it. You can't get it wrong, I promise you. Bit turmeric. Oh, I need to get a new one. Sorry, a bit loud. Come on, it's got stuck. Maybe, let's say about a tablespoon, not a tablespoon, about a teaspoon. So salt and pepper, as you think. About a teaspoon, I'm going to put about half a teaspoon of paprika, probably about a teaspoon of turmeric and curry powder. I'm going to go for about a teaspoon. And I'm going to taste it, okay, so we'll see how we go. Right, I'm going to whiz, so shut your ears. Okay, so it's soup thick. So we taste them. It's a little bit cold because that came out the fridge. Oh, that's nice. That's like just Friday night curry. That's great. What does it need? Well, it needs a little bit more salt. It needs a little bit more salt. That is really, really good. I know I shouldn't sound surprised, but that's good. So I'm going to switch you off for a minute. I'm going to defrost some of my stock. I'm going to add it back in, and then I'm going to come back and show you what I'm going to serve it with. Okay, bye. Okay, so we're back. I added some more stock. I whizzed it up again. And this, honestly, can you see it? Look at the colour of this. Look at that little ball of sunshine. It's amazing. And actually, it smells lovely. So, what can you serve it with? You could put a little bit of coriander or parsley or something on top. If you're a dipper, lots of people are dippers, I'm a dipper. I make these seed crackers. Actually, I'm just going to come and show you all of these. I make these seed crackers. There must be another video of that somewhere. Okay, that is literally just mixed seeds, chia seeds and water. Absolutely brilliant. Loads of great fats, and there's nothing else in them. There's no wheat or whatever. Or yesterday, I did an experiment. I make oat bread all the time out of oats and Greek yogurt. And yesterday, I experimented, and in there is some butternut squash, there's some smoked paprika, and there is some ricotta cheese. So that is like a mega meal on its own. Okay, so yes, parsnips are, you know, they're quite high with carbs, but root vegetables we should be eating things that warm us at this time of year, okay? So this video, excuse me, depending when you're watching it, this is done in January. So root vegetables, there's loads of other vegetables that you saw. There was leeks, there was onions, there was ginger, there was a few carrots. That is just a mega bowl of goodness. There was bone broth in there, but I make it also with just veggie broth. You don't have to have the bones. The seed crackers, they're fantastic, and the bread with a little bit of something else in it. So have a go, please comment, let me know, and just experiment. Go WTF, what's in the fridge, use it up, and WTF, who cares what it's like. That was going to be so good and I fluffed it. Anyway, never mind. Have a brilliant day, please share, please like, have a look at the other videos and tell me what you think, okay? I am off to eat my bowl of sunshine. Actually, I better walk dogs first, haven't I? Alright, I'll walk dogs and then I'll come back and have my bowl of sunshine. Okay,